Hey, what's going on? This is Ace All Freedom. You're listening to Ace All Freedom Media, and this is my second video of the day. And I just wanted to talk about subliminal messaging and flicker rates. Now, I was watching this video about a few hours ago. Michael Jackson and Bill Cooper were killed for telling us about 9/11 and Illuminati by Professor M. Reza. Now, there was something that I saw that I caught toward the end of the video that I wanted to address. And when I looked down at the comments to see if anybody else picked it up, they haven't. And so I just wanted to let everybody know about flicker rates and subliminal messaging. Now, before I get started, the video is again about Michael Jackson, and it throws reference to his album cover, "Blood on the Dance Floor." As you can see, it's his hands are positioned at 9/11. Right? This album came out in 2007. And so his hands are positioned where the 9 and 11 would be on a clock, as you can see here. And at the bottom, you see the missing tower, right? And this is taken at another side of the tower, east, west, I don't know. And it shows one tower, you know what I'm saying? And so what was he saying, Was he predicting this? Was the Illuminati telling him, to put this out there? Because as people know, predictive programming is all the Illuminati. That's one of their fortes, right? And then you have the Masonic checkerboard right here that he's standing on, and they also pointed out shackles on his wrist. He's trying to break free. Also, his story in the mix, Is it his story or history? What's up? Michael Jackson, unfortunately, was trying to tell people, before he died that something is not right, and we don't have much time to think about it and everything like that. One of the videos that became viral was, I don't know where he was speaking. I think it was during the time his Invincible album was out, and he was just being treated unfairly by Sony and things like that, and he had enough. And a lot of people, even though he was talking about the way he was being treated was unfair, a lot of people was just like, yeah, Michael Jackson. They really didn't catch on to what he was saying. And unfortunately, you remember more when you pass than when you're alive. And if I knew then what I know now, maybe I could have helped, And I'm pretty sure there's millions of his fans to this day. They knew something wasn't right before he even passed on, but just didn't turn out that way. And unfortunately, they got rid of him. It's my strongly held opinion that they did. It's not conclusive, but Michael seemed like he didn't want to play anymore, and he did everything in his power to tell people about the Illuminati and things like that. Also, this video talked about Bill Cooper, and Bill Cooper was a whistleblower, who worked in the Navy for a lot of years, and he started to see the things going on behind the scenes. He just wasn't feeling it at all, and he was one of the first people to speak out against the government and the plans that they have for the American people. Unfortunately, he died November 5th. 2001. So, did he get rid of too? Was he talking too much? Again, when you get into this kind of stuff, it's not far-fetched that these people was dealt with in a most unpleasant way, So, I want to talk about flicker rates because, again, watching this video, I caught something. So let's see if you catch it.
Actions shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. A new Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your votes.
Now I'm gonna go back and see if you guys say it again.
Protected birthing centers. A new Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your votes.
Now, what I saw when I looked at this video was probably not even a second. Something flashed. And immediately, a red flag came up. And I was like, wait, hold on. This. Now, right at the end of the video, this came up. Still ahead, Congressional Forum, 5:30 p.m. America's Wild Goats, a disappearing nuisance. Now, some people may say, okay, so what? But this is what I noticed right here. This is The Onion. This is a satirical website that, makes fun of current events, right? As you can see, The Onion is an American digital media company and news satire organization. It runs an entertainment website featuring satirical articles reported on international, national, and local news. So anything that happens, within the current events, they put their comical spin on it. And again, when I looked down, I noticed people didn't realize what it was all about. Now, the guy was actually talking about, toward the end, he was actually talking about aliens and other things like that. And, even at the end, some guy says, so aliens exist or not. Again, they didn't even pick up. They didn't even pick this up, which led me to think about subliminal messaging and flicker rates. Now, we see these advertisements, these sort of advertisements every day. And most of us don't even realize the messages that's being spread. And then we sit there and we buy, a lot of high fructose corn syrup drinks, a lot of GMO French fries. We eat a lot of burgers and hot dogs that's just laden with steroids and all kinds of crap. This, when you see this, you just think it's a bag of Skittles and not even realizing that it's telling you sex. Well, this looks like a woman's playing with herself, right? Again, people will awake hip to this, and the videos definitely made its rounds on YouTube and other video sites, but it still doesn't hurt to tell people about subliminal advertisements, because it does go on. As you can see, like, what is this, So a bunch of subliminals and flicker rates. When you watch television, right? Even, as soon as you watch television, your brain stops functioning the way it should be. The frequency is very low. At least on the left side of your brain, because you're not thinking about anything. You're just passively watching television. And when you do that, the flicker rates, boom, boom, boom. It's giving your mind information. Your right side of your brain gets information, and it sucks it in. And you don't know that you don't know what's going on until you do things you don't even know why you're doing it. The critical side of your brain is the left. As you read this, you're making judgments, passing opinions, and coming to conclusions which take the form of beta brain wave activity. These are the waves activated when you begin to use that left-hand side, the center of the logical human communication and analysis. So, the left side of your brain, again, it turns off when you watch television. The first few seconds, they say 30 seconds, and your right side gets all these endorphins. It's basically like our natural drug. It gets. I guess this is what it's called when it's being said that you get high on life, because your endorphins are high, and it's like a drug. And when you stop watching television, it's like, wow, you're so hooked on it that you have like withdrawal, and you gotta watch television again for a certain amount of hours until you finally get your fix. And this is what television does. It's called television programming for a reason. So when you watch commercials, everything's flicking so fast, and they slide, subliminal message like these on television. You don't even know why you're doing things, because your left side of your brain is not being critical. Your right side of your brain is now accepting everything that's being shown. So when I saw this video, and the fact that it flicked this so fast and these people didn't catch it, their brain was turned off. Right? The left side of the brain was turned off. The emotional Michael Jackson. If you're a fan of Michael Jackson, you immediately get emotional because you know his music touched you, right? And Bill Cooper, again, he was the whistleblower who actually talked about the government and its secrets. 9/11 is a very emotional number, right? Illuminati, emotional. So keywords right here will tell you that you're about to watch something that's going to hit home. And the fact that he flashed this and people didn't realize it, their brain was still off. The left brain, again, was not functioning properly. The right brain was all ears. And he could have flashed anything. This is not a knock on Mr. Reza, but he could have flashed anything. He could have flashed an Illuminati symbol all day, and these people didn't even notice. So again, you have to be vigilant, and he's seems to be one of the good guys. And if you're into alternative news, you know that alternative news can be co-opted. So not to say, again, I don't know about this guy, but he could be. Like, he could be a co-op guy, and he could have flashed anything and had these people doing something they don't even know why they're doing it. So be vigilant, be prepared, because it happens all day, every day. It's a war for your mind. The mind is a battleground. So you have to be prepared and understand that subliminal messaging and flicker rates is all the rage, and it will always be the rage until people start waking up. And that's basically it. For this video, I want to thank people for listening, and I'll catch you next time.